Hi, doodads and dudettes. This is Patrick with 8-Bit Doodads. This is another quick look video, and this is going to be a prelim to a series we're going to be doing, and it's on this, a Corvus OmniNet system.
Say, kids, what time is it?
It's 8-Bit Doodads time!
As some of you may know, Corvus was actually one of the first manufacturers of hard drives for systems, both PC, CP/M systems, Apple II systems, and they used a interface card that went into each of those systems with a ribbon cable to a hard drive. This is not one of the Corvus hard drives. They were actually much larger. They used, some of them used 8-inch hard drives, I believe. Their next lineup was something called the OmniDrive. And the OmniDrive, instead of using a ribbon cable to one PC, used what they called a network transporter with their controller chips on it. And you'll see here 3 pins. That's for the network cable that would come out of a machine. And if I tip this up, you'll see that there's one of those 3-pin cables is down in that hole right there that you'd plug into it. And you could actually have several hundred feet, meters, and maybe as much as 1,000 of a trunk cable that ran around all your machines and your OmniDrive that these would tap into. And I'll show you later, at the start of the series, we'll go into all the connectors that were available with the OmniNet. I just wanted to give you a preview of this. One of the things about doing it this way is you could have multiple Apple II computers, and actually you could have other computers as well, but I'm going to concentrate on Apple II computers with transporters into it, and they could all boot from one single OmniDrive. And people could have different accounts on the OmniDrive for their own personal volumes, or you could have shared volumes, so you could create a disk image, so to speak, on the OmniDrive that contained your software, AppleWorks or Apple Writer or whatever software you had that could be used by all the machines, and then have a personal area on here as well dedicated to each user who had their own login. This is one of my needs to be worked on OmniDrives that I just want to show you what it looks like on the inside. There's basically a single board that sits up here. That's the controller, and here's those 3 pins I was talking about. So that's its network interface. And it has a hard drive connector that plugs in below to a standard MFM hard drive. These came when the first one of these I ever used or bought or what have you. There was a 6 meg version, a 20 meg version, or a 10 meg version, and a 45 meg version. They later had other versions as well. And I will go, there's some dip switches here. This set what the hard drive type was you had in it. Kind of like in the old IBM PC BIOS days where you had to select the hard drive type that your controller was plugged into it so it knew how big it was and what its geometry was. This allows you to do the same thing. And there was a way to put larger hard drives into it. Now this is missing the guts inside here. This is where the hard drive would sit, and this was the power supply for it. But this connected to the hard drive and then served out as many users as you had connected up here. And I'm going to go through in a future video. We're going to see how this works, installing the software, and running it on an Apple II with multiple different operating systems. So look forward to that in the coming months. If you like this channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, and visit us on 8bitdoodads.com, because I'm probably going to be posting some additional information on there with software in case other people have Corvus OmniDrives and want to restore them as well.